Hey Procrast creators, and welcome back. So today we are going to do a custom tumbler, and what we're going to do to that tumbler is make it tie-dye. So I had someone on Facebook ask me if I could do a tie-dye tumbler. Of course I'm going to say yes. Yeah, like I can do that, right? Sure. So I have tried it for the first time today, recorded it on Facebook Live, and recorded it where it's all on the side. And so I didn't want y'all watching it on the side, so I went and grabbed another tumbler. And so now we're gonna do the same thing with this tumbler here. So now that I've said all that, I'm also gonna let you know that I need you to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Like, subscribe, hit that bell. And when it says, do you wanna turn on notifications? Say yes. Turn them on so that you can know when I am giving you another video that has lots of value for your life. So now we're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so just so we can go over everything that I'm using a couple of angle brushes. And I'm really, all I really need is one, kind of the size, the width of the colors that I want on the tumbler. Gosh, I'm sounding crazy. And then I'm using one small one so that when I go back around to fill in, and I can just hit a smaller area of space. So I have my colors in my little tray here. You can use a paper plate. I just happen to have a few of these here. Really, I'm making two tumblers, so I'm making a gold and green one. So that's my colors for that. And then I'm gonna try these colors and see how I like them together. So we'll see if that's a good idea or not. And I have the tumblers that I'm gonna use. I'm probably only gonna show you one of the tumblers because if you do it once, you can do it again. So I am going to just show you this. This tumbler came from Walmart. It already has the coat on it, the white coating on it, and I'm not gonna do anything else to it other than that. You could tape around the metal, and I've done the one that I did earlier. I taped it at first, and then I took the tape off, and I took the paint off actually and redid it, just because I wanted some different colors. And then I did it without the paint, without the tape up here, and it was fine. So that's pretty much it. You want to have a paper towel on hand. You want to have some water so you can kind of clean your brushes off on hand. And that's all you need. And so now we can get started. All right, so the other thing that I forgot to say, I am going to use one of my cup turner little poles. This is just a 1/2 inch pipe with a connector that goes from a 1/2 inch to a 3/4 inch so that it fits onto my turner. So I'm just gonna stick that football in there, and now I can get started. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take my lightest color, and I am gonna make a swirl that gradually gets bigger around this cup, even going to the outer, to the bottom, and then back around. So being that, you know what, I might not mess with that yellow. I'm gonna start with my lightest blue color. And so really, if you look, I've only put it on the tip of this brush, and I'm using that as my width. So I'm gonna start here. I might even start in a different spot just to see what it looks like. So I'm gonna make my swirl a little off center. So here's my inner circle. Oh, it's hard to do this and see. So if you don't see it, I'll make sure you see it when I finish. So I'm making that inner circle and I'm going outward. You see that? So it's hard because I'm trying to look up and see the camera to make sure you guys can see and that I'm not doing a whole bunch of stuff off camera. So when I talk about the width of the brush, so now I want like this to be the width of the brush. So I'm literally just picking up the brush and tapping it down into that curve. And when it gets light, I just take it and get myself another dab. And so I'm gonna do that all the way. And then like I said, the swirl will get bigger as I go around this cup because I wanna be able to fit the other colors in. And so you can either, like, as you're swirling, go and fill in some spots, or you can always come and fill in some spots later. So again, you're just making that just a wide, yikes, trying to make sure y'all can see, a wide swirl. And then when you get to the top, you just need to act like, okay, if I was doing this, then that swirl would land. You know, you kind of guesstimating. And then see, I did hit a little bit of the silver, so I just wipe it off right away. And then you're done with that. So, like I said, so this is just the process of just tapping around here, making sure you get everything. And keeping your circle going, or your swirl going. And if you get a thick spot, I've just been going back over it. So see how my swirl is now starting to hit the edge of that cup. So I probably could have made that a little bit wider around because I seem to have gone back in, but we're gonna make it work. So, and then I just make my swirl bigger, and then I'll just start with one more row over here. And like I said, it's just tapping it down, and then I'm gonna go over the cup, keeping my same trajectory across so that all of the pieces of this cup are covered. So, all right, so that would be my first color. Let me see if I can focus this out a little bit that way. That's my first little swirl. And so now I'm gonna come in with my next color. So Misty Crafty, I believe, or Misty Creative also did a video kind of like this, and hers was beautiful. So she used like her brush over and over again, which you can. I'm just cleaning as I go. So now I'm gonna go on the inside and around to the outside. So what I mean by that is I'm gonna start here in the inside of this swirl, like right here, and I'm not tapping it a full thing, and then I'm go around where my green started. So if you can see that, look at the edge that's out. So I'm just gonna go around that, and then I'm gonna start going halfway into the last color that I did. So I'm covering some of the color, and then I'm making a new row with my new color, if that makes sense. So like that. So again, and this is just a repetitive process, so I'm just gonna keep doing this with every color. And then there will be some spots where you gotta get creative and decide what color you're gonna want, because you're gonna run out of space, especially depending on how many colors you decide to use. So you have to decide where you want your color to be. Oh, look how pretty that is. So now I'm gonna add the little bit of yellow, and then what I'll go back and do is decide where I want to make something darker or fill it in a little bit more. But as you can see, it's a pretty simple process. Getting paint on my table. If anybody want to know what these colors are, I am using some of Martha Stewart, some of Waverly, and some of Apple Barrel. So Martha Stewart, I am using, where's the name of this color on here? I don't know what that, there's no name. Oh, Beach Glass. So I'm using Beach Glass in Martha Stewart. I'm using Rock Candy Blue in Martha Stewart. And I'm using Blue Velvet in Martha Stewart. I am using Waverly's, where's the name on this one? I don't know. Oh, Peacock. So I'm using Waverly's Peacock, and I am using Bright Yellow from Apple Barrel. So that is the colors in this beauty right here. Ooh, 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 it is beautiful. So if you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you all the next time. See you the next time, y'all.